Hey there. Wanted to see if I could do a quick video. The video is specifically for Frogs 84SS. He's definitely a super guy. He's helped me out a couple of times in the past with some issues I was having. Actually what I wanted to do is I wanted to see if I could help you out. You put up a video today. You were out flying your Noob Tube. It was all tricked out with your skis that you've got on there, and the stickers your son put on there. I thought that was pretty cool. And the problem that you had is that your motor mount came off. I mean, it was a hot day for you wherever you are. It was definitely a hot day here today. Sun was out. I got burnt at a fun fly, but it really was a nice day. But you were saying that between the heat of the day and the heat from your motor transferring to your motor mount, your motor mount came off in flight. And also I wanted to say, the way you brought that down, and you're able to set it down and not totally destroy the plane. I mean, that was a really good save, buddy. Good job. There was something I wanted to suggest to you. Was it was a tip that was brought to my attention a couple weeks ago by a guy named Rob MacKenzie on his flying wing that was made from the Dollar Tree foam board. What he was using, he had that 3M. I don't know if it was 3M, but it was a double-sided sticky foam. He was flying the motor mount right off the plane. Possibly because of the same thing. The motor heats up, that heat transfers to the metal motor mount, and then the adhesive just gives way. Well, a couple weeks ago, when I got done putting the electronics on my flying wing, I did what he did. What I wanted to do is I wanted to show you. I tried to explain it a little bit in a comment on YouTube for you, but I figured I'd just take a quick video and show you here on my flying wing. Now, the parts and pieces I'm going to show you, I take absolutely no credit for the idea. That was not my idea. The idea was brought up by the guy named Rob MacKenzie. Super nice guy, very friendly, and the way he did his, I thought it was going to be pretty cool, and I put it on mine, and I haven't had a problem at all. See, like here on my wing, you got the motor mount, and then there's two nylon bolts and nuts that go through the foam board, through my motor mount, and tighten up. And then here on the bottom of here on the bottom of my wing, I've got a gift card here, just so that the bolts, the bolt heads won't pull through the foam board. But it's just too cheap. I believe they're quarter-20 white nylon bolts with the matching nuts, and they tighten down on there pretty good. I have flown this wing like this, probably close to 20 times already, and just they are not coming loose. It does not come loose. I've had a few hard nose ends, not necessarily directly nose in, but it was enough nose in to put some stress marks here on the nose. But that was in my first couple of flights of this. I've actually gotten better at it now to where it's smoother. But this here's what I wanted to show you. It's the way Rob did his wing, and it's the way I did mine, and I wanted to pass the tip on to you. It's a cheap and easy fix to make sure that your motor mount's not going to come off. Like I said, just a couple quarter-20 bolts with a gift card. Drill the holes through your motor mount. You can probably put them just about anywhere you want, and poke your bolts through and tighten your nuts down, and man, I tell you, this sucker is on there. Something else I wanted to say that I thought was really cool that happened today, because actually I was at the hobby shop Saturday, I think it was. I was picking up some wheels. I was picking up these 2-inch lightweight foamy wheels for a set of landing gear that I'm making for one of my upcoming planes. It actually came out real good. But while I was there getting my wheels, one of the guys that frequents the hobby shop, picking up parts and whatever, he says, Derek, you're coming out to the Fun Fly on Monday, aren't you? I didn't know anything about it. And he said, well, come on out, come on out. And I said, well, I might just do that. I've got the day off. And the weather was nice. There was no threat of rain. So I grabbed my flying wing and my 500, and I went out to the park, which is way on the other side of town. I mean, it took me like about a half hour to get out there, from where I live. And it was neat. There's probably 30-35 people out there, flying helicopters and planes with propellers. There was a couple EDFs, a lot of expensive helicopters out there. There was a guy out there with a Compass 7HV helicopter. I think he said he's got like $2,000 invested in it. I'm like, $2,000? My gosh! I mean, that's almost 5 of my mortgage payments from my house, and I don't have a crappy house. It's just, that's a lot of money. But anyway, the point is, there were some expensive aircraft out there, and I took my flying wing out there, and I put it there in the grass, and the guy says, "What do you got there?" I said, "It's just a flying wing made from Dollar Tree foam board." He says, "What's it made of?" I said, "It was Dollar Tree foam board. It cost me $1, and then I put my electronics on it. It's like $45 in electronics on it." And he says, "Does it fly real well?" I said, "Yeah, it does. It's just set up on the rear elevon controls." And he says, "Well, when we get a break in the rotation, why don't you hop up in there?" Okay. Man, I tell you, my heart started pounding. I'm still not real good with flying with crowds, it came my turn, and I plugged it in and walked up to the flight line and gave it the full throttle, and phew, just chucked that in the air. I hit my timer button. I think I flew it. I think I had my timer set for about 3.5 minutes. Now, with the wing set up the way it is on a 2200 milliamp battery, I mean, 3.5 minutes is nothing. Anyway, the point is, back to the story. I'm up there flying it around, take it out, circle it around, give it the, couple of good snap rolls. It doesn't climb vertically real well. I think it's just because of the prop that I've got on it, but it's okay. Took it way up there. It climbs pretty good. When you're doing, gradual, circles and climbing as you get up there, and just completely turn the motor off. Just let it float down. Just with a little bit of elevator. Point the nose to the ground and bring it in, and woof, and just snap that sucker back up and spin it around, and I took it out to my left a little bit, circled it back around. I dropped it at my feet, probably 4 or 5 feet away from me, and I just thought it was pretty cool. I had probably 7, 8 guys, there might have been 9 of them, come up, and they were asking questions about my $1 airframe, foam board wing. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm getting compliments on my El Cheapy, and they've got these $1,000 setups. I thought that was pretty cool. And I took my 500 out for a bit of a spin too. That was a short flight because it got real windy, and it was kind of jerking it around, and it kind of shook my nerves. So I went ahead and set that down and called it quits. If I wreck my wing, that's one thing, but I'm not in any hurry to wreck my T-Rex 500. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I was getting comments and compliments from guys with the big bucks. So anyway, you know, like I said, you know, the video I wanted to show for you was, putting a couple of these cheap nylon bolts in there with a gift card. As far as your Noob Tube, what you could probably do, you know, you could probably put these two nylon bolts through a gift card on the inside of your fuselage tube, so that the bolt comes up like that. Well, I guess that'd be the other way around. Put your bolts through your motor mount, because I think you had your motor mount on the inside of your plane, on the inside of your fuselage. So put the bolts going through like through your motor mount, through the top of your plane. You know, as long as you don't mind poking a couple holes, but and then put the gift card on top and tighten the nuts down on top of your fuselage. I really think that you know, it's a cheap and easy way to keep the motor mount on there. So like I said, you know, it was, you know, quite a few weeks ago I was having the problems with my center of gravity on my plane. Shortly after you saw my video, you posted a video explaining how to balance the fuselage out, or how to balance the wing out on the fuselage, and I found that incredibly helpful. So I just wanted to see if I could give you my 2 cents, and, you know, see if possibly it would help you out. Yeah. So take my words for what they're worth, and if it's something that you like, you know, certainly use it. It works for me. It works for Rob MacKenzie. And if you don't want to use it, that's all right too. Just kind of keep it in the back of your head for a, you know, maybe some other project later on down the road. Oh, and Frogs 84, yeah, Frogs 84 SS. I just thought that was really cool that when your son comes up to the plane after it comes down, he says, "All the stickers are blown off," or "all the stickers are gone," or something like that. I thought that was pretty cool. He's a good-looking kid. All right, man. Well, you take care. Appreciate you watching. We'll catch up with you later.